Welcome to the annual American Mining Hall of Fame Awards, sponsored by the Mining Foundation of the Southwest. Our mission, to enlighten the public about the vital importance of the mining industry. We do this by honoring our past, celebrating our industry's achievements today, and laying the groundwork for a bright future through our outreach education program, inciting young minds to consider vocations in the mining disciplines and continue our industry's amazing legacy.
Hello, I'm Chris Ernest, the Outreach Education Coordinator with the Lowell Institute for Mineral Resources at the University of Arizona. The program's mission is to inform the public about the crucial role minerals and mining play in all our lives. We help folks understand where minerals come from and reveal what modern mining is really like. We also point out the many professional opportunities mining offers. We spread the word about the importance of mining through community and classroom demonstrations, as well as compelling hands-on activities led by outreach professionals, University of Arizona students, and volunteers. In fact, between October 2019 and March 2020, we've informed and inspired over 5,000 students throughout Southern Arizona. We have ambitious plans for the year to come, like producing more of our Minerals Make It videos and crafting virtual tours to whisk students into the heart of mining operations. Of course, all this takes money. For that, we rely on the generous support of our sponsors. To all of you who continue to help us spread the word about the importance of minerals in mining, thank you. If you haven't joined our sponsor team yet, please consider coming aboard. Contact the Mining Foundation of the Southwest to find out how. And speaking of sponsors,
the Foundation's continuing mission is only made possible each year by our generous sponsors. And now, on with the show.
Hello, everyone. I'm Rebecca Martinez from M3 Engineering. I'm the 2020 president of the Mining Foundation of the Southwest and one of your hosts this evening. Welcome to the 38th Annual American Mining Hall of Fame Awards Ceremony and fundraiser brought to you by the Mining Foundation of the Southwest. The purpose of the foundation is to promote public understanding and education related to the mining industry and mineral resources, both in the U.S. and abroad. In addition, we also honor the individuals and organizations that have truly made lasting contributions to the mining industry. Tonight is made possible by our dedicated members of the Board of Governors and the hard work throughout this past year by our Hall of Fame committee members. They are all listed in tonight's program. This year, the Hall of Fame chairman and co-host of tonight's event is Andrew Soderman, Mine Manager at Freeport-McMoran Cerrito Operation. Now I'd like to take a moment to introduce tonight's honorees. The 2020 inductee is Lukas Lundin, Chairman of the Lundin Group of Companies. The 2020 Medal of Merit recipient is Emily King, Chief Executive Officer of Global Venture Consulting. The 2020 Medal of Merit Under 40 recipient is Jonathan Jaswinski, Mine Manager for Barrick Gold at their Cortez operations in Nevada. The 2020 Industry Partnership Award goes to Hexagon. Accepting the award tonight is Nicholas Hare, President of Hexagon's mining division here in Tucson. We also wish to recognize the family of Al Perry, his son Walk and daughter Leslie Cook. They could not be here tonight, but the family is represented by one of Al's colleagues, Don Ernest. I'm sure Walk and Leslie will be watching at home. On behalf of the foundation, I wish to extend our appreciation to those special companies that have afforded us invaluable assistance. First, I would like to thank Hexagon and especially Deb St. Aubin and Matt Turner for their help and assistance in putting this program together and making this marvelous auditorium available for us to use. Thank you. Since March 2020, M3 Engineering has provided the foundation free use of office, internet, and meeting spaces at their headquarters here in Tucson. M3 Engineering was one of the first sponsors of the American Hall of Fame banquet dating back to 1985. ASARCO previously provided the foundation free use of their office and meeting space at ASARCO's training center in Tucson from September 2016 until last March. Modular Mining Systems has for the past 29 plus years generously covered the design and production costs of the banquet program. SRK Consulting has provided teleconferencing for services for committee meetings and over the 10 years prior to us moving to virtual meetings and using Zoom. We also want to thank Steve Pender from Family Legacy Videos for the marvelous videos that he has produced for us since 2012. Lastly, the Mining Foundation of the Southwest wants to thank Corey Hogue for all her contributions, including financing of our Zoom subscription for this year. We hope those of you who are not members will consider joining the foundation to support our vital programs. You can go to our website, www.miningfoundationsw.org, to sign up for membership right now. Thank you. Next, I will turn the podium over to Hall of Fame Chairman Andrew Soderman.
Thank you, Rebecca. Good evening. My name is Andrew Soderman, and it has been my pleasure to be the Hall of Fame Chairman this past year. I'd like to thank the Hall of Fame Committee and Tom Aldrich, our Executive Director, for their commitment and help in putting together tonight's event. I never imagined that we would be experiencing a global pandemic and how much it would change our lives. I truly wish that we could have held our banquet as we have done so for the previous 37 years, but it was not to be. I can assure you that we have worked hard to produce this live event in a manner that fittingly honors all of tonight's recipients. The primary mission of the Mining Foundation of the Southwest is to educate the public, especially youngsters in school, about mining, the mineral processing industries, and the importance of mineral resources in our everyday lives. The foundation works in conjunction with the Lowell Institute for Mineral Resources at the University of Arizona and is the principal underwriter for the Outreach Coordinator position. This position is currently held by Chris Ernst under the supervision of Jody Banta and Dr. Mark Barton. The IMR has prepared a video highlighting their work.
Mineral resources. We use them to construct our buildings, grow our food, build our technology, and create green energy to power our modern world. The world depends on mineral resources, so it's important that we all have the opportunity to learn about them. I'm Chris Ernest, the Outreach Education Coordinator with the Lowell Institute for Mineral Resources here at the University of Arizona. Everyone should have the opportunity to learn about how we use minerals in our lives, where they come from, what modern mining really is, and the diverse professional and educational opportunities it offers. Mines provide society with the mineral resources it requires to grow and thrive. Our classroom programs bring mining to students throughout Southern Arizona. Compelling, interactive, virtual, and in-person activities led by outreach professionals and student volunteers introduce students to the mineral resources they use every day. Students can explore how the chemical and physical properties of minerals make them useful to society, how engineers design the mines that obtain those mineral resources, how chemistry interacts with mining and the environment to enable us to refine those mineral resources and reclaim mined areas, and the many educational and career opportunities available to those who want to help society obtain the materials it needs. In the classroom, at community STEAM events, through field trips to the Mineral Resource Discovery Workshop hosted at Flandrau Planetarium and Science Center, and virtually. The Lowell Institute for Mineral Resources brings mining to students all over Arizona. Our virtual content, combined with our community outreach, allows the program to expand its reach throughout Arizona and beyond. Our video series, Minerals Make It, lets young learners understand how they use mineral resources every day. From gold and tin used in circuit boards, to salt used in food. These short videos clearly illustrate how minerals and mining build our world. But learning involves more than just passive activity. So let's go exploring. Our virtual tours fly viewers around the state of Arizona to discover our many mines, or guide them as they hike around historic mining sites near Tucson. Our program brings people together to help students all over understand the impact mining has on their lives. Because students who understand the importance of mineral resources today can start to think about the mineral resources they will use tomorrow.
Thanks, Chris. You're doing a great job. The Foundation remains committed to supporting the outreach program, which we believe is absolutely essential to positively influencing the opinions of students, parents, and the general population. We also wish to extend our gratitude to all those who generously sponsored faculty members and students at our past banquets. We hope that many of you are watching tonight. This year marks the 130th year of the mining education program at the University of Arizona. We now turn our attention to honoring the inductees from mining's past. All 4 honorees being recognized this evening made major contributions in enhancing our always evolving mining industry.
A small grub stake, a feisty jackass, and a determined prospector named Noah S. Kellogg led to a discovery that eventually became the Bunker Hill Mine. The lure of gold drew Kellogg to the Coeur d'Alenes in 1884. Unable to find a promising claim, he hired onto a job building a flume to carry creek water to Placer Gravels, only to find himself unemployed when the project went bust. Kellogg decided to return to prospecting. He convinced a local merchant, John Cooper, and a contractor named Origin Peck to provide him with supplies and a burro. One day, while Kellogg was prospecting along a Coeur d'Alene River tributary called Milo Creek, the jackass wandered away. Kellogg found the animal standing near an outcropping containing galena. He immediately staked a claim. The value of the claim grew, and lawsuits over ownership followed. When the dust settled, Kellogg retained a large share of the mine. Although he managed to squander his fortune, Noah S. Kellogg will be remembered for discovering the Bunker Hill Mine and for being the namesake of the town of Kellogg, Idaho.
A talent for staking successful claims enabled John Barry "Blackjack" Newman to build a fortune in mining and real estate. Newman left the Austro-Hungarian Empire for the United States around 1876. Moving west, he mined coal and copper in Pennsylvania and Michigan, laid track for the Texas Pacific Railroad, and worked as a mucker for the Old Dominion Mine in Globe, Arizona. Demonstrating a nose for ore, Newman staked and acquired claims that became valuable, including those later forming the properties of the Magma Copper Company and the Ray Consolidated Mine. Another group of Newman's claims caught the attention of J. Park Channing. Striking a deal with Newman and playing a hunch, Channing sank 2 exploratory shafts and hit 3% ore 226 feet down. With that, the Miami Copper Company was born. Newman also had a nose for real estate. He used the income from his mining claims to build apartments and commercial buildings in Globe, including the Dominion Hotel, where he wined and dined potential investors. In 1910, John Barry "Blackjack" Newman moved his family to Santa Monica, California, where he continued to invest in real estate.
A true entrepreneur, Lemuel Coover Shattuck used mining as a springboard to a variety of successful business ventures. At 17, he left his home near Erie, Pennsylvania, to work as a cowboy at his family's Arizona ranch. After 4 years herding cattle, he left for Bisbee, where he found mining work and better pay. After the Bisbee mine, where he was employed, shut down, Shattuck spent 2 years at mines and placers in Arizona, Nevada, Utah, and Butte, Montana. After experiencing the winter in Butte, Shattuck decided he needed a milder climate and returned to Bisbee in 1888. He worked as a trammer at the Copper Queen mine and started a side business making adobe bricks. By 1892, Shattuck had earned enough to quit the mine and concentrate on business. His ventures included a lumber yard, a beer franchise, a bar, various mines around Bisbee, and the Miners and Merchants Bank. He also served on the boards of several companies. Asked to sum up his life, Lemuel Coover Shattuck described it as a little mining, a little banking, and a little beer.
During his career, Albert J. Perry discovered many valuable mineral deposits, as well as a passion for promoting education. Perry graduated from the University of Colorado in the 1950s with a master's in geology. He started his career with Union Carbide, searching for uranium, silver, gold, and other metals. Perry left Union Carbide to form a consulting and contract exploration company called Perry, Knox & Kaufman. An important achievement for the company came when it determined that conventional open pit methods could be used to mine lower-grade silver ore at the Silver City District in Idaho and at Candelaria, Nevada. After dissolving the company in 1979, Perry set off on a worldwide quest for gold that took him to the western U.S., Australia, Fiji, and Africa, which is where he enjoyed his greatest success. In Ghana, he single-handedly discovered the Nkran Hill deposit. In Eritrea, his discoveries included the Imbadero, Adi Nafas, Gupo, and Dabarhwa deposits. To date, these finds have produced 2 million ounces of gold. During this time, Albert J. Perry developed a passion for helping educate underprivileged Africans. In Ghana, he funded university degrees for 2 students and financially supported a church-run boarding school. Perry looked upon these efforts as his greatest accomplishments.
It is my pleasure to present this commemorative plaque honoring Mr. Albert J. Perry, who will always be remembered for single-handedly discovering the Nkran Hill deposit in Ghana, the Imbadero, Adi Nafas, Gupo, and Dabarhwa deposits in Eritrea. Accepting the award for the Perry family is Don Ernest, a colleague of Al's. Please welcome Don to the stage.
Thank you, Andrew. Al Perry was truly a remarkable man, a truly amazing geologist and prospector. Al was very much a nuts and bolts geologist. He didn't use conceptual models in his exploration for deposits. He used two basic things, structure and alteration, and lots of sampling and boots on the ground. Every geologist, especially an exploration geologist, has a dream of finding an ore deposit, especially one that eventually becomes an operating mine. Al realized that dream an incredible 5 times, discovering the deposits in African countries of Ghana and Eritrea that you just heard about. The program and the video, I believe, said that the total gold content of these deposits is over 2 million ounces. I took a little trip into public records a week ago and found out that that total is now up to 4 million. But very few of his professional colleagues or close friends knew anything about these successes, because Al was a self-effacing man who never boasted of his accomplishments. Al was constantly inspiring others to set and pursue goals higher than they believed they could reach, whether they were geologists working with him or for him, or the children in Ghana who he funded education for, which was mentioned in the film. He considered those efforts, funding the kids in Ghana, to be one of his, be among his greatest achievements. Al was successful in his endeavors because he never gave up. He never stopped, he never quit when he reached a dead end, which happens a lot in exploration geology. His daughter Leslie told me that on the day he passed away, he was still making plans to return to Eritrea and look for more gold. The Perry family can't be here tonight because of COVID, but Al's son Walk's wife Mary, and Al's daughter Leslie wanted me to extend their grateful thanks to the foundation for honoring their father. And as a colleague of Al's for nearly 40 years, it is my humble honor to accept this award on their behalf. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Don. The inductees from mining's past are inspirational figures for the challenges they faced, the tasks they accomplished, and the lives they influenced. But we are also blessed to have inspiring leaders among us today. The Medal of Merit Award is intended to honor living individuals who have made significant contributions to our industry in academia, exploration, manufacturing, operations, research, and technology. Our 2020 Medal of Merit Award goes to Emily King, founder of Prospector and Chief Executive Officer for Global Venture Consulting. Emily is an inspirational leader, an entrepreneur, an innovator, and an outstanding mentor. She holds leadership positions in industry organizations and at the board level, including Women in Mining USA, the Afghanistan think tank, and director of VVC Exploration. Let's now watch Emily's video.
So when I was a kid, I thought I wanted to be an archaeologist. I loved looking at Egyptology, and I thought I was going to travel the world looking for treasures. I ended up majoring in geology and government because I enjoyed the classes and I wanted to be outside. My college in Bowdoin, the geology courses were outside on the coast of Maine, and there wasn't anything better than hanging out on the beach a few days a week as part of your official course load. I came out of college looking for a very stable career and went to IBM, one of the biggest firms you can go to, and from there went to the US Department of Defense, another big organization. I became an entrepreneur because I met my husband in Afghanistan. He and I met working together, running a mineral exploration program, and we wanted to continue working together. And that's really what led me to start my first company, Global Venture Consulting. Prospector is a new venture that came about 2 years ago at the Prospector and Developers Association of Canada, PDAC. I was walking the floor of PDAC with two colleagues, and we were discussing starting a private equity fund to focus on mining, and we were having trouble comparing and contrasting the different types of commodities and countries and projects that each of us would want to invest in through the fund. And so I built a platform that would allow people to search for and compare mining investments and allow an investor or a researcher to do in 5 minutes what normally it would take 2 to 3 days. And we were acquired about a month ago by Analog Gold. I'm most proud of my achievements in bringing attention to mining opportunities in truly frontier markets. By being a woman who has worked in Afghanistan and Libya, Algeria, countries that oftentimes people are scared of. I can go and talk to executives and say, I've been there, I worked there successfully, and that's what I'm most proud of, is getting other people to take a look at the countries that I know really well and care about passionately. I am so honored to be awarded this Medal of Merit by the Foundation. So recognition like this to me means that the industry is looking for entrepreneurs and innovators. And that's what's so wonderful about this award, is it's a sign from the industry that the industry is looking forward. Thank you so much to the Mining Foundation of the Southwest. I'm so honored to receive the Medal of Merit, and I really appreciate the support that you and the industry have given me with a non-traditional mining career and supporting entrepreneurs like myself who are looking ahead to where the mining industry is going. I'd also like to say thank you to the Foundation for the work that you do in the educational space, because if we're not in the schools talking to our kids and our communities about why mining is important, the world at large won't understand the great value that we bring every day. I would also like to thank the U.S. military, who hiked mountains of Afghanistan looking for gold with me at the beginning of my career in the mining space. You trusted that the mining industry could fundamentally change the future of a country like Afghanistan, and you saw the potential that jobs and economic development could bring to those communities. And you kept me safe, and we had a lot of fun along the way. Most importantly, I'd like to thank my husband, who I fell in love with hiking those mountains in Afghanistan. Without you, Mark, I wouldn't have run that program the way I did, I wouldn't have started the companies that I have, and I wouldn't have the support and the encouragement that I needed to take those big jumps. I'd also like to thank all the companies that have taken a chance on me and saw the potential in what I could do, whether it was picking up the phone when someone called to talk to you about investment opportunities in Afghanistan or Libya or Algeria, or it was having a conversation at PDAC over a scotch or a bourbon about what's going on in the industry today. You've welcomed me with open arms, and you've been so generous with your time and your expertise. So I'd like to thank the industry, and I'd like to thank the Foundation, and I look forward to what the industry is going to do in the next coming years.
Emily could not be with us in person tonight, but I know she is watching at home. It is with pleasure that we now confer our 2020 Medal of Merit Award to Emily King. Emily, congratulations. We at the Mining Foundation wish you all the best in your future endeavors. The Medal of Merit Award under 40 is awarded to a young professional who has demonstrated strong leadership in the mining industry before the age of 40. The 2020 Medal of Merit under 40 recipient is Jonathan Jazwinski, who just recently became the mine manager at Barrick Gold's Cortez operations in Nevada. Previously, while at Morenci, Jonathan and his team led 1,100 employees at the largest open pit mine in the United States in terms of annual production. Earlier in 2020, the mine was operating 141 haul trucks and 13 electric shovels while moving 900,000 tons per day. Jonathan just recently got his family settled in Nevada and is getting back to a regular schedule. Let's watch Jonathan's video.
Mining's important to me because it's challenging, it's not easy. I think metal makes the world a better place. My first job was on the San Manuel closure project. It was about a year, and I had a realization that I was closing down a site in the major that I just graduated in. Copper hit about $1.25, and I just had this what am I doing with my life moment where I said I needed to get back into operations, which is when I hired back in with Phelps Dodge Sarita. I always refer to Sarita as a great place to grow up. I worked back and forth between mine operations and mine engineering, planning, ore control, projects. The opportunity at Baghdad was for chief engineer. At Baghdad, I also had the opportunity to be mine superintendent. In 2015, I had the opportunity to move to Morenci. I was promoted to mine planning manager, and it wasn't long after the mine planning manager where I had the opportunity to go back into mine operations as the haulage manager. We had the opportunity to ramp up from 90 trucks up to 141 in 2.5 years. And then in 2019, I moved over to the other operations manager role, which is fragmentation, loading, and support. I've always been a big promoter of copper surfaces. I think it's beautiful and it has terrific anti-pathogenic properties. My wife, Eva, sent me a link to a company called Eris Copper, the startup of 3 graduates from Vanderbilt, 2 of which had gotten the coronavirus and were quarantined. They found a way of plating copper on a cell phone case. I love the idea so much, I reached out to them and I said, I want to be part of this. They invited me onto the advisory board. Their energy and enthusiasm brightens my life. I'm extremely honored and humbled to be the 2020 recipient of the Medal of Merit Under 40 by the Mining Foundation of the Southwest. That organization does a lot for the awareness and education, and I guess I'm proud to be recognized in the industry that has given me so much, and I look to pay that forward. I'm honored and humbled to be receiving this award. I'd like to thank the Hall of Fame committee for the nomination. I'd like nothing more than to be in Tucson right now together and thank everyone in person. It's no secret 2020 has been a year full of challenges, and if you're watching this video, those challenges continue. But with many things in life, especially mining, there's times where we have to lace up those boots a little bit tighter and get through it together. I have a saying that occasionally I apply correctly, and it's that the mine doesn't maintain itself. And what that means to me is that it takes our help to make a mine into what it is and to keep it safe and productive. And my life is no different. I'd like to thank my wife, Eva, or as some people know her, the manager of the operating manager. She keeps me grounded, focused, and on track. I appreciate all the encouragement and couldn't have done anything without her. I'd like to thank my children, Jenna and Jacob. I can't imagine 2 better little ones to join us on this adventure. You guys are my inspiration, the center of my world, and absolutely changed my life. I'd like to thank my parents for building the foundation and demonstrating values and work ethic from a very young age. Appreciate all the continued love and support. I'd like to thank all the mentors that helped me along the way. All the advice and guidance, I really appreciate that. I know I've required a lot. Thank you for all the challenges and opportunities. I look forward to many more. I really feel blessed and look forward to giving back more to the industry than I've received.
It is with pleasure that we confer the 2020 Medal of Merit Under 40 to Jonathan Jazwinski. Jonathan was unable to be with us tonight, but we want to congratulate him and wish him best of luck in this next chapter in his career. The foundation has an industry partnership award to recognize those individuals, organizations, and entities who have contributed to the success of the mining industry through their efforts in invention, public education, and service. The foundation grants its 2020 Industry Partnership Award to Hexagon. Hexagon is a global leader in sensor, software, and autonomous solutions, putting data to work to boost efficiency, productivity, and quality across the industry. Hexagon has approximately 20,000 employees in 50 different countries, with its mining division located right here in Tucson, Arizona. Let's now watch the video.
Hexagon's mining division is headquartered in downtown Tucson. Our roots here go back half a century. Our customers are under immense pressure to cut costs and increase productivity, all the while improving safety. So that's what we help them do. We develop software, sensors, and autonomous solutions. These are integrated for planning, operations, safety, enterprise, and surveying and monitoring. No matter where they are in a mine, our customers are informed and empowered to make intelligent decisions, from pit to port, for the life of their mine.
Good evening and hello everyone. Thank you for the opportunity to be here tonight to accept the 2020 Industry Partnership Award on behalf of Hexagon. First and foremost, I want to thank the Mining Foundation of the Southwest for their tireless efforts in helping advance the industry, which benefits all of us in the room tonight. It's an honor to be among prior award recipients, including the 2001 award winner Mintech, who has recently joined our Hexagon portfolio, and we're proud to continue that tradition of excellence in mine planning. Mining has a bright future, and Hexagon's excited to be a part of it, as we continue to apply our sensor, software, and autonomous solution portfolio to address the industry's biggest challenges. Thank you again for the recognition, and thank you again for everyone who helped us achieve the results tonight. I hope you have a great evening.
We want to thank Nicholas Hare, President of Hexagon's Mining Division, for that message. The Mining Foundation of the Southwest is pleased to honor Hexagon with this award, which recognizes Hexagon's continued commitment in offering superior service to mining companies worldwide. At this time, I will turn the podium over to our Foundation President, Rebecca Martinez.
Thank you, Andrew. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now come to the highlight of our evening. Our inductee into the American Mining Hall of Fame this year is Lukas Lundin, Chairman of the Lundin Group of Companies. Like all past inductees, Lukas has been a leader in the mining industry and has successfully improved the bottom line of every company under his watch. Today, his companies are active around the world, advancing new copper and gold discoveries towards production, building new gold mines, producing copper from world-class mines, developing a rich new uranium discovery, and producing some of the largest gem-quality diamonds ever found. Please watch this presentation detailing Lukas's inspiring career and his achievements.
Through his decades of achievement in the mining industry, Lukas Lundin has exemplified the attributes the American Mining Hall of Fame recognizes, not only as an inspired financier, but also as a philanthropist and champion for the industry.
Very much like his dad, Lukas has this uncanny ability to sort of look at a project and see opportunity where others see only obstacles and risks.
He has always been the perfect gentleman. He's always been very loyal to his friends. I will say that his energy level in business is tremendous, but his energy level in having fun is also right up there.
he has that personality that, you know, you just have to like him. I mean, you know, as big a pain in the ass he can be sometimes, that you still have to love the guy. And I think if you see the people that I'm sure surrounded him then and the people that have surrounded him ever since, they're all loyal to him, and he's loyal to them.
He's developed, I think, a real empire in the mining industry. He certainly deserves any accolades that are available in the mining industry, because he's accomplished, as an individual, I think he's accomplished more than anyone else that I've ever come across.
Lucas's track record in providing value for his shareholders is legendary. Carrying on the legacy begun by his father, Adolf Lundin, he has created and built many companies to multi-billion-dollar valuations. He has a well-earned reputation for making opportunistic investments that have earned incredible returns.
I think to trade family success, I think people is very important, to get the right people, surround yourself with the right people. Secondly, I think you have to empower the people so they can make the decisions, the right decisions to make the project going. And of course, they have to have the good assets, you know.
There's so much wealth created, and that truly is a passion for the Lundins, and that passion is picked up by every one of our group.
He sees opportunities where others see challenges, and he's never afraid to go where others won't, as long as he can see there's an opportunity to unlock value.
The passion is almost contagious. When people meet Lukas and he talks about his opportunities, it's not a case of a workaholic who always can only work. Lukas has many passions: riding motorcycles, enjoying skiing, enjoying sports, but work is truly a passion as well. And every one of the companies as part of the Lundin Group share in that passion to do things responsibly and create shareholder value.
And there's always a silver lining, you know. In the down market, you know, if you're an optimist, you say it's a good time to acquire assets. In an up market, you know, it's maybe a good time to sell assets. You know, so you can look at a down market, you know, this is a good time to be here. In an up market, so maybe not a good time to be in a different phase in your business. So the only thing we can focus on is keeping our costs low, you know, so we make sure we survive all the cycles. And, you know, and that you can tie into, you know, so we have low cost of production, you know, when the prices are high, maybe somebody is very interested in buying it. And if you have low cost in metals, maybe then the people that can't hang in there want to sell. So, you know, so I think, you know, everything has a silver lining to me.
Lucas's companies have also provided substantial economic benefits to the host countries where they operate. The Lundin Foundation, the philanthropic organization he founded in 2006, provides further benefits. The foundation aims to support impactful initiatives and helps ensure mining delivers sustainable benefits that improve the well-being of host communities where Lundin companies operate.
What we do is when we go into a jurisdiction that has a mine that we're looking at turning into a development and then ultimately into an operation, is we look at what is the makeup of the community, who are the local stakeholders there, what is their level of education, and what is needed to form a partnership with them so that they can be empowered to contribute to the advancement of the project.
I remember Adolf and Lukas telling me this story about why actually the family got into the natural resources, because that is something that truly generates wealth, and generates wealth not only for the shareholders of the company, but for the local people.
Lukas has an uncanny ability to identify, acquire, finance, and develop a significant number of very successful mining projects in many parts of the world. In many cases, these projects have been avoided or abandoned by other mining companies who viewed the risks and obstacles as too daunting. Lukas brought a different perspective and bolder view, which resulted in a large number of well-publicized successes. All of these projects had major challenges, but Lukas only saw opportunity, and he, together with the talented management teams he put together, overcame these challenges with excellent results and the creation of tremendous shareholder value.
I've heard the story, I hear it probably once every 6 months at the dinner table. He went down to Buenos Aires, he didn't really know what a porphyry was, he was supposed to meet a geologist, the guy blew him off, put him in touch with Patricio Jones. They were able to win the tender for Alumbrera, successfully sell that after a bidding war with Placer Dome and Rio Algom. And then from there, go on and find Valadero, and had to fend off Barrick, who was trying to go hostile on the company, and come to a good deal with Homestake. And so the two biggest mines in Argentine history, obviously Valadero is still producing today, and Barrick ended up buying out Homestake to get the asset.
Lukas and the Lundin family have also consistently invested large amounts of their own capital in these ventures, which has helped foster the loyalty Lukas and the Lundin family enjoy. Companies financed and guided by Lukas over the last 30 years have generated billions of dollars of value and led the way for additional billions in mining investment in countries and regions that were previously considered off-limits for Western investors. Many of the projects Lukas got involved in seem like easy no-brainer investment decisions now, but they were anything but that at the time of the initial investment when Lukas provided the lead or sometimes the only financing order. These decisions required judgment and a very good instinct for identifying assets that were worth the calculated risks that needed to be taken, an ability to hire the right people to execute the projects, and a willingness to put his own capital at risk alongside his investors, and to continue investing even when the faint-hearted retreated. These are exactly the traits that have made Lukas successful and deserving of his loyal following. Lukas's 4 boys, the 3rd generation, have now joined him in the family business. Adam Lundin is president and CEO of Jose Maria Resources, Jack Lundin is CEO of Bluestone Resources, Will Lundin is COO of International Petroleum, and Harry Lundin is head of Broma Asset Management, a hedge fund focused on the natural resource sector.
To be inducted into the American Hall of Fame is a big honor for him and the family, and very proud of him to get this award and become an inductee.
Congratulations, Dad. It's an amazing achievement. Mining's not easy, and you've always persevered during the good and bad times, and you have a lot to be proud of.
My grandfather started with a vision. My father took it to the next level, and we're here working, day in and day out to continue to grow that and to shine a positive light on mining, but also to really make these communities that we operate in better.
Hey Dad, congratulations on getting into the Mining Hall of Fame. It's a huge achievement. We're all super proud of you and hope to join you in there one day as well. Great work.
I'm very proud to be entitled to come into the American Mining Hall of Fame because, there's a lot of very capable people have been honored, very proud to be part of it. Thank you very much.
Mr. Lundin was unable to travel to Tucson because of the COVID situation, and his son Jack has graciously joined us tonight. Please welcome Jack Lundin to the podium.
Thank you very much for having me here today. It's an honor to accept this award on behalf of my father. As you introduced, I'm Jack Lundin, the 3rd son of Lukas. When I first talked to my dad about this award, I could tell right away that he was honored to receive such a distinguished endorsement. Unfortunately, he is not able to be here today, but if he was standing here in front of you all, I'm sure he would say that although he is the inductee for the 2020 American Mining Hall of Fame, getting to this accolade was a team effort. He is not one to boast about personal success. Rather, he finds satisfaction in knowing that along the way, he has helped to create and sustain value and benefits for all stakeholders, from local communities where we operate, all the way to international, loyal, long-term shareholders. He was honored to be inducted into the American Mining Hall of Fame because he knows that this award represents decades of hard work, dedication, and commitment to one's craft, which culminates in the accomplishments that make him who he is today. This is especially remarkable to have been selected by the Mining Foundation of the Southwest, as the American Southwest represents a special part of the world for my dad, who graduated from New Mexico Tech. And I myself, along with my older brother Harry, both graduated from the University of Arizona here in Tucson. It was the late John Gilbert from the UA who Lukas flew down to seek advice about a copper porphyry named Bajo de Alumbrera, located in the Andes of Argentina. John's enthusiasm and excitement regarding this world-class deposit convinced Lukas to go all in and ultimately lead to the first break for him. It means so much to him to be recognized as a member of this mining community. He was especially pleased to know that this event raises money for minerals resource education, outreach to the younger generations, helping them learn about the importance of mineral resources in their daily lives and about the science and engineering that provide society with these valuable resources is of paramount importance. My dad has always understood the value of people and the necessity of talent in our industry. This has led him to mentor students, provide scholarships, and most recently, in keeping with his own unique talent for spotting opportunity, his commitment to improving this industry and to bringing value to communities that impact resource availability, our family has partnered with the University of Arizona to build an interdisciplinary school of mines. All who know Lukas have been consistently impressed by his integrity, his entrepreneurial vision, and his passion for responsible mining development. His many contributions and continuing dedication to our sector make him a worthy inductee into the American Mining Hall of Fame. On behalf of my family, we are all very proud of you, Dad. And on behalf of my father, thank you very, very much for this honor. Thank you.
It is now my pleasure to officially induct Mr. Lukas Lundin into the American Mining Hall of Fame. To commemorate Mr. Lundin's induction into this group of distinguished mining luminaries, we have this plaque. And second, we also have the Gary Praisen bronze statue, Success, in recognition of many successful contributions Lukas Lundin has made in his career. We congratulate Lukas Lundin on his achievements and welcome him to the exclusive club for the American Mining Hall of Fame. And thank you, Jack, for joining us tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, our evening is ending. Thank you for helping the foundation with our fundraising campaign. As you know, funds generated from sponsorships are earmarked for our outreach program, as well as donations to various SME and SCG student chapters throughout the United States. We want to remind you that the Medal of Merit Under 40 Award will again be presented at our 39th annual banquet and fundraiser next December 2021. If you know someone worthy of such recognition, please contact the foundation. Our members are the cornerstone of our organization. Please help us carry out our mission to inspire more young people to consider mining and a career choice to become the leaders of tomorrow. Please join the Mining Foundation of the Southwest to make it your organization. I would also like to take a moment to recognize one of our hardworking members, Bill Haas. I will read you a letter that we mailed to him today. Dear Bill, in recognition of outstanding and longtime service in the Mining Foundation of the Southwest, we, the members of the Hall of Fame Committee, wish to recognize your contributions of time, energy, and leadership to the Mining Foundation of the Southwest and the Hall of Fame Committee. We thank you for having served as Vice President and Hall of Fame Chairman in 2009 and serving on the Hall of Fame Committee for the last 13 years. In your role as historian of Hall of Fame Committee, you have provided valuable leadership in selecting worthy candidates for induction into the American Mining Hall of Fame and in compiling qualified candidates for consideration. We also want to thank you as your term as your president for the Mining Foundation of Southwest in 2010, as well as serving on the Board of Governors since 2009. Because of your long-term participation, the foundation has become a richer, more influential organization, providing the highest levels of excellence in our programs and services. We appreciate everything that you have done since you have joined us and the endless hours that you spent working on behalf of the foundation. The professionalism that you have shown has motivated the entire Hall of Fame committee. Thank you once again, Bill. On behalf of this year's Hall of Fame Chairman, Andrew Soderman, and myself, we want to once again thank our wonderful sponsors who make our education outreach programs possible. As we close out this evening, we would like to take a few moments to remember 4 esteemed foundation members who have passed on this year with a short video. Let us celebrate that they were able to make a difference in so many people's lives. Thank you for being with us tonight, and please stay safe.
Since our 2019 Hall of Fame banquet, the Mining Foundation of the Southwest has lost 4 esteemed foundation members. Let's take a few moments to say farewell to these inspiring people and celebrate the difference they made in our lives.
Dr. Harry M. Parker was widely known and respected as a foremost authority and expert in the field of resource modeling and geostatistics. He received his Bachelor of Science degree in geology with departmental honors from Stanford University in 1967 and a Master of Arts in geology from Harvard University in 1969. He earned his Master of Science in Statistics in 1974 and his PhD in Geology in 1975, both from Stanford University. He also led or advised teams responsible for providing qualified persons reports in connection with the change in ownership of major mining assets around the world. Harry's catchphrase was, "In general, an ounce of geology is worth a pound of geostatistics." Harry was highly regarded for his knowledge, integrity, hard work, and new ideas, as well as his generosity, kindness, and respect for others.
Dr. Roshan Bapu was a renowned metallurgical engineer, serving as the head of the Department of Metallurgical Engineering at the New Mexico Institute of Mining and Technology. He later joined Mountain States R&D International and purchased the company in 1987. He was president of the Society for Mining, Metallurgy, and Exploration in 1990 and the American Institute of Mining, Metallurgical, and Petroleum Engineers in 1992. During his lifetime, he received numerous honors and accolades, including the 2006 Medal of Merit Award from the Mining Foundation of the Southwest, the prestigious Mining and Metallurgical Society of America Gold Medal in 2010, and the Van Diest Gold Medal from the Colorado School of Mines in 1968. Roshan has written more than 100 technical papers and books. He was a dedicated supporter of the Mining Foundation of the Southwest.
In the 38-year history of the American Mining Hall of Fame, Mr. J. David Lowell is the only one who has been honored both as a Hall of Fame inductee and as a Medal of Merit honoree. While Lowell pursued his college education at the University of Arizona and then at Stanford, he concurrently worked at mines and on exploration programs. Dave had a passion for geology and was the most successful explorer of the last 60 years. He discovered or co-discovered at least 12 major ore bodies that have become major mines, including the world's largest copper deposit, Escondida in Chile. The Lowell Institute for Mineral Resources, which serves as a catalyst for mining innovation, owes its creation to his generous endowments. Dave was a devoted supporter of the Mining Foundation for years.
Robert A. Metz was a longtime member of the Mining Foundation of the Southwest and one of the original governors when the foundation was incorporated in 1993. Bob served on the board for 25 years through 2017. He was president in 2009, vice president and Hall of Fame chair in 2008, and secretary in 2013. Bob also was a member of the Mining Club of the Southwest Foundation, and he served as president in 1990, first vice president in 1989, and third vice president in 1988. He also was a member of the Hall of Fame committee for 14 years. Bob had over 50 years' experience in detailed geologic studies and exploration. He published several technical papers and has been listed in Who's Who in American colleges and universities and Who's Who in the West.